Elyria Catholic as Clear Fork comes to town to take on the Panthers. Our pregame show is coming up next.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to week number 12 of the 2022 high school football season from Elyria Catholic. The second round of the Division IV Region 14 playoffs as number 5 seed Clear Fork is in town to take on number 4 seed Elyria Catholic. I am Brian Harter along with Bruce Weirich, and as the playoff picture starts to shrink a little bit, the field gets smaller, but the games get bigger.
Yeah, they do, and you got to bring your best game. You can't take a night off anymore. You know, earlier in the playoffs, you might a lot of mercy scores first couple games in there. You know, teams up by 30 points at halftime, so it's a running clock saying that. But now things get a little bit tighter. Teams are a little bit better, and it's showtime.
Clear Fork coming in 10-1 overall. They defeated Upper Sandusky last week, 56-26. Pawie Ault, a career night for him, rushing for 182 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Colts won their 10th game of the year, the 4th time since 2010 that Clear Fork has won at least 10 games in a season. And if they're going to get win number 11 tonight, it's going to be a tough out as they face the number 4 seed Panthers of Elyria Catholic.
Yeah, you know, and the thing I like about this, you've got 2 different teams from different areas, and we had to travel a little bit tonight to get here. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful field, and I'm looking to a really good football game tonight. And we're going to have 2 teams that are kind of, they look alike sometimes, you know. They're both green and white. Uniforms are just flip-flop. We can read the numbers tonight, and I'm looking for a very, very good game.
Elyria Catholic, as we said, the number 4 seed, so they're going to be a tough out. What are the keys for Clear Fork if they're going to come out here on the road in a place like this and take on arguably one of the best teams in Division 4, Region 14, what things do they need to do to come out successful?
Well, Clear Fork, when they come up tonight, they really got to be able to run the football. You know, I think we've watched them 4 or 5 times this year. When they run the ball, then throw the play action after that, they have a great time. And they got to be able to control the ball and run it and run the quarterback. Elyria Catholic had a tough time last week with Holy Name, or one of their losses, and they couldn't contain the quarterback. So I think quarterback could make a thing. And another thing, you got to stop Elyria Catholic. Our defense for Clear Fork better show up tonight. And the one thing you and I talked about last week, mistakes, penalties. Clear Fork had penalty after penalty after penalty. Can't have that tonight.
Well, we also saw in that first game, on the very first possession, they turned the ball over and gave Upper Sandusky the ball near midfield. They can't make mistakes like that if they want to make a deep playoff run.
Yeah, right now mistakes will beat you. And if you fumble the ball, it's going to turn everything over. Momentum shifts the other way, and you're not going to be able to recover. And it's a tough team. You know, teams are going to get tougher, and here we go.
On the other side of that, Elyria Catholic, under the direction of head coach Brian Fox, in his 5th season, 39 wins, 15 losses. Last week, they really had an easier night in their first-round game. They beat Bryan 43-0. Senior running back Levi Ellis ran for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. He became Elyria Catholic's all-time leading scorer with 4,700 yards rushing in his career. And the scary part about that, we were talking to people before the game, this isn't even his best sport.
No, he's a big baseball player, and we'll probably be reading about him in the major leagues one day because he's quite an athlete. But when you take a look at the keys for the game tonight, Elyria Catholic's got to control that line of scrimmage. If they can control the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night, and just give the balls to that running back for them. And they got to run the ball. Just do what they do best, 30, 40 carries for the big back. He is the leading carrier. He's the athlete of the year in Lorain County. He is going to be a force to reckon with. And what Elyria Catholic needs to do is shut down Clear Fork's run and force Clear Fork into the air.
Now, talking about going to the air, when Elyria Catholic does decide to throw the football, they have a little bit of a unique situation at quarterback. They not only rotate 2 guys, but sometimes they'll rotate 3.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's good or not. It's hard to find one. If you have 3 quarterbacks, could one of those quarterbacks be a wideout? Could one of them be a running back? And a quarterback is a very skilled position. And so, 3 guys rotating a quarterback, 3 experienced players, can you use them somewhere else?
Now, one of the side stories in tonight's matchup is Dave Stupka, who is the defensive coordinator for the Clear Fork Colts. He came to Clear Fork from Madison, where he was the head coach for a few years. Before that, he was here at Elyria Catholic. And the first thing that I thought of when I walked into the stadium, this guy must have a green clause in his contract because everywhere in the last 3 jobs that he has had, their primary color has been green.
And, that's always wallpaper. He can talk about when he was here, what they have, and he can give you the players on the Clear Fork sidelines a little insight of what they're coming up against. He knows what the facility's like, and it's good to have somebody that knows the facilities, knows how to get here, knows where to go, and you don't get that confused look sometimes.
It was very interesting to watch him in pregame because I thought the public address announcer here at the stadium did a very classy thing, and they introduced the fact that he was in the stadium and gave the fans here an opportunity to greet him and kind of welcome him back home, if you will. And I watched him during that whole thing. He did not take his focus off of his defensive players at all.
But he did raise his hand and say thank you.
It is going to be a very interesting night here at Elyria Catholic as the Panthers look to advance in the playoffs. They are 9-2 overall. They won the Western Division of the Great Lakes Conference. The winner of tonight's game, well, they've got a tough challenge ahead of him. Cleveland Glenville, the number 1 seed, they're taking on Bellevue tonight. And those 2 winners, that game and this game, they'll meet next Saturday night.
Yeah, we were talking in the parking lot. We walked up and down, talked to some of the tailgaters about, what goes on after this. And everybody talked about Glenville. Everybody talking about Glenville. And when you have Glenville, who at one time was one of the biggest schools in the Cleveland area, a Division I school, now they're in a Division IV, and you have 12 or 13 Division I athletes on it, you're going to make an impact no matter where you go. So everybody's looking ahead to that game, but we got one tonight that's going to set the tone.
And that's almost unfair when you think about the caliber of players that come through Cleveland-Glenville year after year. Ted Ginn, of course, running that program. His son, Ted Ginn Jr., went on to play at Ohio State and played in the NFL, and a lot of success for him and that program and the notoriety that they have. And they're taking on an 8th seed tonight, and most people feel that should be Glenville waiting for the winner of this matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I was looking at the scores of Glenville, and their defense is one of the best in the country. I think they've only given up like 4 touchdowns all year long. They've got like 7 shutouts. Teams have bailed out against them, not played them. So they are the pinnacle of the Division IV football teams.
Clear Fork won the opening coin toss, and they elected to receive, and we have seen a lot this year of teams winning the opening coin toss and deferring to the second half, and I got a feeling Dave Carroll wants to get that offense on the field and have a nice long drive, eat some time off the clock, and that keeps the ball out of the hands of Levi Ellis.
Yeah, when you have the ball, and Coach Carroll knows what he's doing, you know, he's been here long enough. He's a veteran coach. He wants the ball. There's a specific reason he took the ball. And what is it? I don't exactly know, but right now they're coming out of the tunnel, and they are jacked up, and we're going to play some football tonight.
The Colts opened the season with a 21-20 win at Lucas, then suffered their first and only loss at Granville in Week 2, 16-8, and since then they have not lost. They have rattled off 9 in a row, and they look for win number 10 in a row tonight here at Elyria Catholic as they take on the Panthers. We are going to pause now for the playing and singing of our national anthem. We are just moments away from the opening kickoff here tonight from Elyria Catholic as the Panthers host the Clear Fork Colts. And I never thought I would say this on November 4th. It's almost 70 degrees at kickoff here west of Cleveland.
Yeah, and it's November 4th. Think about that. We are sitting in football weather, and I'm looking for a great game. The carpet here at Elyria Catholic is awesome, and I want to give a big shout-out to Becky. She put together a chicken with dumplings before the game for us up in the press box, and it was awesome.
Our thanks to her. And as you take a look at the stands on the home side of the stadium, they had an inspection issue, I understand, at the beginning of the season. They were not able to use these bleachers all season long, so they had to bring in some portable bleachers, which is where the Clear Fork fans are sitting down to our left, and they had to use the visitor state bleachers across the stadium for the home team. So it's been kind of a bizarre situation and a bizarre season for them, but I understand they're going to benefit from getting some new bleachers and a new press box next year.
And when I walked in, I had a throwback to the COVID years. Nobody was allowed to go to the game, so what they do, they put pictures of people in the stands. And that's what Elyria Catholic has done here. They had people donate some money. They had their pictures taken, and time to play football at Elyria Catholic.
As we said, Clear Fork will receive the opening kickoff, and the kickoff chores will be handled by Nicholas Phillips, a junior from Elyria Catholic. Ty Robeson back to receive along with Pawie Ault, and we are underway, or about to get underway here at Elyria Catholic High School in Week 12 of the 2022 high school football season. And it's a low kick. And Ault scoops it up at the 19, brings it up to about the 26, and that's where Clear Fork will start on offense. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Clear Fork Colts. They are led by their quarterback, Victor Skoog, 14 of 22 last week for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 88 yards. Pawie Ault, a career night for him, 182 yards and 4 touchdowns in the win over Upper Sandusky. And up front, the All-Ohioan first-team All-MOAC selection, Caden Riddle, leads the starting lineup up front for the Colts. That's Ault with his first carry of the night. Spins, gets up to about the 24. So they start on the ground, do the Clear Fork Colts. The defensive starters for the Panthers, they are led by Travis Merrill and Tony Grosso, 2 outstanding defensive players in their front 7. Merrill with 10 sacks, Grosso with 21 tackles for loss and 9 sacks. And the secondary led by Levi Ellis, 130 tackles. That leads the team, 15 of those tackles for loss. First carry on the ground from the backfield for Ault. Gets up across the 31 and runs right into the teeth of that Panthers defense.
And I'll tell you right now, you can look at that defense, and they are all packed in. They got everybody they can get inside that offensive line from tackle to tackle. They are not going to let Clear Fork run the ball on them.
So 3rd down and 5. Clear Fork, their first drive of the ball game. Schlosser lines up as the fullback as they bring Skoog up under center and they go into the I. They give it to Schlosser, and he is immediately wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and the Colts go 3 and out in their first drive.
And I think we're going to see that all night. We're going to see Elyria Catholic load up the box. If you watch it, everybody's within 5 yards of that line of scrimmage, and they are going to force Clear Fork to throw the football.
Colin Dowd back to receive the kick for Elyria Catholic. He backpedals to the Panther 40. Van Osdale will kick it from about the 17-yard line. Van Osdale gets the kick off. It's a nice kick, and it bounces. Going to be fielded at the 24. And Dowd is going to be wrapped up at the 25, and that is where the Panthers will start their first possession of the ball game. The offensive starters for the Panthers, they are led by their halfback, Levi Ellis, 1,900 yards rushing on the season, 23 touchdowns, averages just over 8 yards a carry. Brady Cook over 1,200 yards passing, 15 touchdowns. He has thrown 7 interceptions. And Colin Ginley, one of the leading receivers, 24 catches, 321 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Well, you just give the ball to that number 44 and let him establish the ground game for you, and then you come back with a play action off of it. Let's see how the Colts are going to stop him tonight.
They give it to Ellis, and Ellis dives forward to about the 34. The defensive starters for the Clear Fork Colts, Luke Schlosser, the outstanding linebacker, leads the linebacking group, a first-team All-MOAC pick. In that secondary, led by the sophomore Mason Sanson with 3 interceptions. Skoog also has 3 picks as well back there in that secondary. Cook looks to go to the air, and he's going to run it. And gets up across the 40, runs out of bounds, and it'll be a first down for Elyria Catholic. Cook that time showing its athleticism as he runs around the right edge.
And I've said this all year long, Brian. Anytime you can get a quarterback that can run, break, contain, you're going to put so much pressure on that defense. It's unbelievable. And right now the defensive coordinator is up here saying, oh, boy, here we go.
Panther ball at their own 40. They go back to Ellis, right side, puts his shoulders down and powers his way across midfield down to the 45-yard line. Does he remind you of somebody? Kind of looks like Dick Chubb.
Boy, unbelievable. The power in him. And somewhere, somehow, Clear Fork's going to have to come up with a solution to slow that young man down or he's going to eat you alive.
Next play will be snapped from Clear Fork territory. They go back to the ground. This time it's Tavian Thomas. Thomas down the right edge, still on his feet, finally down inside the 20. And don't look now, but the Panthers have it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Victor Skoog comes over to make the play, but Elyria Catholic marching right down the field on their first drive.
Nice little counter play, caught Clear Fork off guard.
Cook trying to entice one of the Colts to come offside. Thomas stays in the game as the back. Cook swings it out. It's batted down and almost. Caden Riddle got up there and batted it down at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, that's a lineman's dream to get up there, get in the quarterback's face, knock the ball right back to him. You make a statement right away. That's just as good as a knockdown pass in the backfield or a sack. That puts pressure on this offense.
Caden Riddle making his presence felt on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Arguably one of the best offensive and defensive linemen to come through this program. Stay on the ground. That's Cook up the middle, dives inside the 5. It's 1st and goal for the Panthers.
Boy, I tell you what, it's going to be a rough night for Clearwater if they can't solve this offense. They got a quarterback that can run. They got a tailback that can run. They got a wingback that can run. And they got an offensive line that's creating holes.
1st and goal for the Panthers at the 2-yard line. It's a direct snap to Ellis into the interior of the line and a touchdown for the Panthers. So Levi Ellis, their first drive of the game, they get into the end zone, and the Panthers with a 6-0 lead.
Whew, and what an offensive display they just put on.
Phillips on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and good. Panthers up by 7. We'll be back to Elyria right after this.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer auto store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
So with 7:48 to go in the first quarter, Clear Fork down 7-0 after a 2-yard touchdown run by Levi Ellis. 7 plays, 72 yards on the drive, and the Panthers made it look easy.
Oh, too easy, too easy. Defensive coordinator's got to come up with a game plan that's going to slow that offense's run game down.
Schlosser from the 29 gets up to about just shy of the 40, so a 10-yard kickoff return for Luke Schlosser.
Now, what you have to do is this. Your offense has got to come alive right now. You do not want to go 1-2-3 punt and give the ball right back to this offense again because you're going to wear down. So what Clear Fork needs to do is possess the ball, work the clock, and slowly move the ball down the field. And sooner or later, they're going to have to open up their passing game. This is Elyria Catholic team, boy, they're just jamming that line of scrimmage. When you take a look at that, look at all the green jerseys up there. They are playing the line.
Skoog back in the shotgun and looks to swing it out. It's caught by Robeson, and Robeson will get a couple up to the 42.
And that's a tough, when you have a team that has a lot of speed, And Elyria Catholic has some speed, and they can cover that play. You throw it out there, they're going to have 3 or 4 backs on it right away. Maybe later on in the game we'll see him catch it and then throw it again. As long as it's behind the line of scrimmage, he can throw it again.
Skoog backs into the shotgun again as they go with 5 receivers. Skoog is going to run it off the left side, and again, nowhere to go as the lane closes quickly as the Panthers defense pounce on the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts are going to have to find a solution to this. It's now a 3rd down and long situation. They cannot afford to go 1, 2, 3 punt and put that defense back on the field against this offense because it's just going to wear you out.
6:43 and counting in the first quarter. The winner of this game tonight will take on either Bellevue or Cleveland Glenville next Saturday. Skoog on 3rd and long. Skoog with a little bit of room, looks over, and it's picked off. And a turnover, and not a good sign as it is taken away by Tony Grosso, the senior, and Clear Fork now in serious trouble here.
Clear Fork's kind of rolling back on their heels right now. All the momentum's on the other side of the field. The pressure's on. Again, that defense is being called right back on the field, and I'll bet you tomorrow morning Elyria Catholic just going to run the ball down somebody's throat here.
Ball spotted at the Colts 17-yard line. So with 6:14 to go in the first quarter, the Panthers with their second drive, and they'll have a very short field to work with. Ellis back in as the back. Cook swings it out. Right side, caught by Halliburton, and Halliburton with nowhere to go. He's wrapped up at about the 12. Pawie Ault on the tackle. And one of the Colts slow to get up. Can't see from this angle. It's on the far side of the field.
And that's something you don't want to see right now. You don't want to see players laying down out there. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. We hope that's all it is. You know, bring him to the sidelines, let him catch his breath, get him back in the game. But Clear Fork needs every available player to slow this Elyria Catholic team down.
6:01 to go, first quarter. Elyria Catholic with a 7-0 lead. Brian Harter, Bruce Weirich from Elyria Catholic High School. A very beautiful night for football here in Elyria. Almost 70 degrees at kickoff.
And it's an outstanding facility. I mean, you look down here and see that Panther in the middle of the field, and this field's only 2 years old. They got a nice scoreboard. And, you know, it's Friday night football in Ohio. And you're in playoff mode. Everybody's jacked up. And right now, Clear Fork's got their backs against the wall. They need to stop here or turnover. You got to slow this run game down from Elyria Catholic.
Joe Stupka was the injured player, trotting off the field, so that's a good sign. He is the son of Colts defensive coordinator Dave Stupka. 2nd down and 5. Ball resting at the Clear Fork 12-yard line. Ellis on the left side of the quarterback, Cook, who has gone the distance here so far. Ellis, right side, gets into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
12-yard run. You know, the young man's touched the ball 4 times. He's got 32 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not a bad first quarter, Brian. Somewhere, somehow, that Clear Fork defense has got to come up with a solution to slow this run game down.
Ellis now with 25 rushing touchdowns on the season. The extra point is up and good. The Colts are down by 14.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles. like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Colts down by 2 touchdowns with 5:46 to go in the first quarter. Robeson and Ault back deep for Clear Fork, and they have not kicked a kickoff back to them all night long, as Ault already has a kickoff return for a touchdown this season. Another squib. Schlosser scoops it up at the 30. And he's going to get yardage up to about the 33, but there's a flag down, and this may go against Elyria Catholic.
I don't know, usually when they call that back on a run like that, sometimes it's a holding penalty, push in the back. We'll see what the officials say here, Brian. But if it's against Clear Fork and they have to march back another 10 yards, start deeper in the hole, things are not looking good for them.
Well, that is going to be the case as they will march this off against the Colts. And it will go back inside the 25 to the 24.
And right now, Clear Fork has not forced Elyria Catholic to worry about the pass. They're going into a man-to-man front. They're coming to you man. They're putting everybody up, stop the run. They're going to force you to throw the ball. And when they did, it was intercepted. So right now, they're looking to put pressure on this game, on the run game.
Backs in the eye. Skoog again up under center. And they fake the run. Skoog rolls out. It's caught by Bergholder up to the 40. So the first completion to Bergholder, and it's a first down for the Colts.
Nice. You notice the Clear Fork quarterback's rolling away. He's rolling away from the pressure. He wants to stay away from that rush of Elyria Catholic. Good play call. That's how you loosen up this Elyria Catholic's defense. We got 5:18 in the quarter, and Clear Fork is moving the football.
5:10 to go in the first quarter. Skoog again with an empty backfield. Tried to swing it out to Ault, and it falls incomplete.
I always hated those short passes that go a long distance, throwing them to the outside receivers, because if somebody picks it off, there's nothing but green territory to the goal line. So right now, Clear Fork needs to move the stakes. They need to establish something and get the first down, keep their defense off the field, keep that Elyria Catholic's offense, that run offense, which is just murdering Clear Fork right now, off the field.
Backs in the eye. They go back to the ground. That's Robeson, and again, he has stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Again, that defense is going to they're telling Clear Fork right now, hey, you're not going to run on us? Go ahead and throw it. Until you can prove that you can throw the football downfield, we're going to take away the run and force you to put the ball in the air.
3rd down and 8 from the Colt 42-yard line.
4:30 on the clock, ticking down.
3 receivers, actually now 4 on the right side. And Skoog is going to roll to his right, reverses his field, has some running room, gets up close to midfield, has a first down as he runs into the arms of Tony Grosso, but it's a first down for the Colts thanks to the legs of Victor Skoog.
Oh, a running quarterback. He's worth his weight in gold. That's what happens. Your secondary is running downfield, covering deep, and the quarterback sees nothing but green space in front of him, and off he goes. Good move, Clear Fork.
So the Colts in Elyria Catholic territory for the first time tonight with 3:56 and counting here in the first quarter. Colts down by 2 scores. And the Colt offense showing some signs of life here in the first quarter. That's Robeson in motion. But it's Schlosser who gets the call, and he is swarmed under at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to run inside there. to me, it seems like Clear Fork came out and they were a little bit flat at the start of the ball game, and Elyria Catholic got a couple quick touchdowns in it, and right now Clear Fork is starting to feel, hey, we got to settle down, we got to get everything going in our way, and let's move the football. There's 3:15 in the quarter. It'd be nice to get a score here.
2nd down and 10. And Skoog back into the shotgun. Again, rolls to his right. And Skoog's just going to run out of bounds, but he gets up to about the 45. Actually, he got down to the 40, well, let's say the 41.
Picked up a good 4 yards on this run, but that's tough yardage right there. I mean,
but it makes it a manageable 3rd down and 4.
It does make it, but that's a tough way to get 4 yards, running your quarterback up the sidelines like that. Again, good pass coverage by Elyria Catholic. They had everything covered. Skoog couldn't do anything, so he takes off. Makes it a manageable 3rd down with 2:54 in the quarter.
Now they'll send the receivers to the right side. Skoog swings it out. It is incomplete as he was trying to hit Logan Anderson. And it's going to send up a 4th down and a situation here in the first quarter down by 2 scores. Do you punt it here or do you go for it?
Boy, you don't want to give Elyria Catholic the ball right at this point. But Coach Carroll knows what he's doing. He knows how good his offense is. Can he get it? Can he draw Elyria Catholic offsides with the snap count? I think they're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, Van Osdale's going to back up to the 48-yard line, and he will kick it away. They are not taking any chances against this Panther defense, and it's going to go into the end zone.
And this is the drive that we got to get the Clear Fork defense on the field, and they got to make a statement. They cannot let Elyria Catholic take that football and drive it the length of the field and put another score on. They've had the ball twice, 2 touchdowns, Brian. Somewhere, sooner or later, Clear Fork defense has got to say, hey, enough is enough. We're going to shut you down, force you to punt the ball, and turn it over to us.
That offensive line for Elyria Catholic has really done the job here in the first quarter.
And I love offensive lines. Unbelievable.
Ellis has the tailback. And they will hand it to 44. And he drags a tackler across the 25-yard line.
Lower body strength. Not a bad run for 7 yards. But right now, Clear Fork needs a big play. Somebody's got to step up and make a big play. An interception, get a fumble, a sack, anything to get the momentum changing and slow this offense down.
Cook trying to draw Clear Fork offside as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Ellis is going to take the snap and run up the middle, and he is wrapped up by Luke Schlosser. So it's now 3rd down and short. And if the Colts can get a stop here, Coach.
This is momentum changing. This is where the Colt defense has got to say, okay, here we go. And if you got 12 guys, you put 12 guys in the boxes. I'm pretty sure they're going to run the ball.
Ellis takes the snap up the middle, dives across the 35, and that's a Panther 1st down.
That's their 8th first down in the first quarter. That's a lot of first downs.
Keeps the drive alive, the 3rd straight run, and it's a 1st and 10 at the Elyria Catholic 35-yard line.
And somebody on that Colt defense has got to say, hey, enough is enough. Let's make a big play here, and let's slow this offense down. They've got to get that Elyria Catholic offense off the field.
Back to the ground, it's Thomas, and he dives forward across the 45. Sansom comes up to make the play, but whether it's Thomas or Ellis, the Colts cannot contain this Panther running game.
And right now, you got to put all your weight on that offensive line for Elyria Catholic.
Cook back to throw. It is incomplete.
when you want to loosen up the defense, what do? You throw the ball a little bit, but I don't know if they need to loosen up this defense because right now the line of scrimmage is being controlled by the Elyria Catholic Panthers. I don't care who they give the ball to, they're going to have a great night.
And Cook able to force one of the down linemen for the Colts to jump offside.
And that's their second penalty, total of 15 yards. And this is what we talked about at pregame. They can't have penalties like this. Last game they had, 9 penalties, Brian? They had a lot of penalties, put them in the hole. And, again, you can't give a team like Elyria Catholic a short field.
Cook takes the snap. He's going to go back to the air, and it's caught on the far side of the field. And that's another first down for Elyria Catholic as Thomas Niederst comes up with the reception. You know, talking about the ability for Clear Fork to stop the run, they led the MOAC in rush defense, but they did not play a defense of this caliber.
No,
or an offense, excuse me.
Elyria Catholic, they have some studs out there. And, you know, you sit up here and you look at all the numbers of all these backs and everything, and those backs, they got to take their helmets off and pat their offensive line on the hat because this offensive line just creating seams, and it doesn't matter who you give the ball to, they're going to gain yardage.
Well, Ellis with 1,900 rushing yards on the season, averages over 8 yards a carry. Thomas with 345 yards, he averages 8 yards a carry. And Ellis now with 2 more rushing touchdowns, that's with 25 on the season. Their bread and butter is running the football. In fact, it's to the point where the fans here complain when they throw the ball.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable what happens right now. But the passing game will open up if you can run the football because those linebackers, they've got to come up and make a play. And when they come up to stop the run, you pull it out and throw it to the receiver right behind them.
23 seconds to go in the quarter. Cook is going to pitch it. That's Halliburton trying to turn the corner. Has some running room down the far side. Still on his feet and into the end zone for a touchdown.
37-yard run. Not a bad reverse. What a great play. What a nice run by them. I mean, look at all the linemen downfield. Look at all the linemen downfield blocking for him. Great play call.
Phillips on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. With 13 seconds to go, we'll keep it right here. The Colts down by 3 touchdowns, and they are still looking for answers on how to solve this rushing attack. Now you see the reverse, so anybody can run the ball for Elyria Catholic.
Yeah, and I'll say again, if you look at the replay of that, there are offensive linemen downfield blocking, and when you're a defensive back and you got a 240-pound lineman coming at you and you have to get through him to get to the ball carrier, it's not going to happen tonight. This Elyria Catholic team's got speed, they got size, and they can move the football.
7 plays, 80 yards on the drive, capped off on the touchdown run by Mason Halliburton from 37 yards out. The Colts need something here in this drive as we get close to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's a smackdown right now. Clear Fork, they've got their hands full, but if this offense can't get moving, if they can't keep the defense off, give their defense a break, and if they can't move the ball a little bit and get a couple first downs, it's going to be a long night for the Colts.
Schlosser with the return gets up almost to the 40.
We got 8 seconds left in the first quarter, so we'll be able to run one play here.
So Clear Fork will start this drive at their own 37.
And I look for Clear Fork to try to open up the passing game. Elyria Catholic, if you take a look at them, they're putting everybody in the box. They got everybody in the box. They're going man on the outside. Number 6 is their free safety. He's just playing like a center fielder, seeing what's happening. And the Colts have got to solve this defense. They got to break it. They got to get a couple first downs.
Skoog out of the gun. Hands it off to Robeson. On the jet sweep, gets up to about the 43-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. It has been all Panthers here at Elyria Catholic. Clear Fork trails 21-0 as we head to the second. You're watching high school playoff football live and free exclusively on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Elyria Catholic with a 21-0 lead as we start the second quarter. And they have literally run all over the Colts here for the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, we got to give that Colt defense a break. This offense, Colts got to move the ball, get something upfield.
Skoog around the near side, and he is tripped up at the 49-yard line. Nice play by Brady Engel, the sophomore.
Nice tackle in the open field. Kept the ball carrier on his inside shoulder and wouldn't let him get outside. Very good tackle.
Still a manageable 3rd and short. 3rd and 3, just shy of the 45-yard line.
Clear Fork has only had 2 first downs this game. They've thrown the ball 4 times, completed 2 of them for 20 yards. So right now they need a nice play to move the sticks, get that first down.
Skoog all alone in the backfield. He sets, fires, it's caught, and that's a first down at the 45-yard line. Logan Anderson makes the play. And a fresh set of downs for the Colts, and they have it 1st and 10 in Elyria Catholic territory at the 45.
And that's what I like seeing. Roll the quarterback out, give him a run-pass option. The wide receiver did a simple little hook route, and he's a tall young man. Skoog threw the ball up, he caught it, but it was a hard tackle taking him down.
Colts with 10 wins on the season. Dave Carroll getting win number 90 last week over Upper Sandusky. Back to the ground, that's Ault. He is brought down at the 41-yard line.
The Ault had a big game last week, and he had a breakaway game. It would be nice to see him break one off here. Boy, can the Colts use 6 points right now.
10:14 to go here in the second quarter. The Colts down 21-0. They scored 56 points last week against Upper, and they'd love to have some of that offense here in reserve. Ault again, left side, and absolutely nothing. He runs into a green wall led by Colin Keneally.
You kind of get the idea wherever Ault goes, that defense is going, because every time Ault gets the ball, there's got to be 4 or 5 players after him. And, you know, as a coach, you look at the scouting report, Ault had a big game last week, so what do you do this game? You take him away. Take him out of the game plan. Now the Colts have to rely on somebody else. Who's going to pick it up?
3rd and 8 from the 43. 4 receivers on that right side, including the tight end Bergholder. Skoog steps up. He's going to run it. And breaks a couple tackles, finally dives to about the 33-yard line, and that is good enough for a first down for Clear Fork, and that was all on Victor Skoog.
And that's what I love a running quarterback. You can get a quarterback running, He makes you look like a pretty good coach right there. That was supposed to be a pass play. Skoog rolled out. They contained him. Nobody opened downfield. A quarterback will feel the rush, and he takes it upfield for a first down.
Another Colt down on the field at the 42-yard line. And Ty Sellers is the injured Colt down at the 42-yard line. 9:10 to go, second quarter. Clear Fork down 21-0. And it has not gone Clear Fork's way here tonight in Week 12 as they have been unable to solve the rushing attack of the Panthers of Elyria Catholic.
It was kind of like they came out shell-shocked a little bit. You know, Elyria Catholic takes the ball and they do what they do great, and they ran the ball right down for a touchdown. Next series they get it, interception, change of momentum, the flow changes. Your defense got to get up and go right back out. They score again. It's a great offense. Clear Fork's going to have a superior, they got to have a superior defense out here to shut them down.
Panthers won the Great Lakes Conference West Division with a 5-0 record. They were 9-2 overall this season. Their only two losses came back in Week 2, a 42-41 overtime loss at Sandusky Perkins. And in Week 10, they lost here to Holy Name 42-25.
Yeah, that last loss for theirs, Holy Name, in their conference they have two divisions, a North and a South, and the winners of the North plays the winner of the South, so they had to play Holy Name again. And anytime you have to load up the guns and play somebody else again, it's tough. It's a tough battle, and Holy Name put it to them here. But then every coach is able to take a loss and turn it to his advantage, and I'm pretty sure this Elyria Catholic team really put it together.
Ty Sellers walking off the field very gingerly, favoring that right leg. Let's see if he's able to come back.
And you don't want to lose a big guy like that. He's a big plug on offense and defense. That puts a hole in your offensive line.
1st and 10 for Clear Fork at the Elyria Catholic 34-yard line after the run by Victor Skoog. Skoog all alone in the backfield. He's going to run it left side, inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Travis Merrill came up to make the stop. 8:53 to go, second quarter.
Clear Fork needs to put a score here. They need to get 6 on the board, get the extra point, 7. Then your defense has got to show up.
Pawie Ault back into the lineup.
You want to go in at halftime within reach. You want to be able to go after these guys. So right now, this is the deepest Clear Fork's penetrated into the Panther territory. See if we can get 6 points for it.
Backs in the eye. They pitch it to Ault, left side, cuts in at the 30, and stood up at the 26. The 8th play of the drive so far, which started at the Clear Fork 37. So by far the best-looking drive of the first half for the Colts. They need to get some points out of this.
And right now they're putting all the weight on their quarterback. He's running the ball, keeping the drives alive, looking downfield. He is the general. He is in charge out there right now. As he goes, this team is going.
3rd and 3 at the 26. Double tight end set, backs in the eye. They give it to Schlosser up the right side. He's going to be close. He gets down inside the 25.
Close or not, they're going for it. I'll guarantee you Coach Carroll's going to go for this one. No field goal. We need the touchdown. 4th and 1.
Ball spotted at the 25, so that'll make it 4th and 1, just over 4th and 1.
And here we go. This could be a big play. The Colts need the first down. They need this first down. Elyria Catholic's going to jump up, put everybody in the box. They're going to take the run away. Clear Fork's all bunched up.
Strong formation, left side. Skoog takes the snap. The pile is pushed forward, and I think he got enough for the first down.
Boy, nice job by the offensive line. You can see the line of scrimmage moving Colt direction.
And a fresh set of downs for the Colts as they convert on 4th down.
And that's what you needed. The enthusiasm. You hear the enthusiasm change right away. The Colts fans are cheering. Now we got to finish it off with a touchdown.
Those fans down there on the far left are a lot more vocal than the ones in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones in front of us are a little stale.
Backs in the eye. Scoog's going to run it left side, and he's not going anywhere. Aiden Schnepschild wrapped him up.
Again, that Elyria Catholic defense, they're doing a great job on the front eight. They are just jamming everything up. The only success Clear Fork's really had has been to the outside with the quarterback. See if they can't get the quarterback loose on the perimeter again.
So loss of 1, 2nd and 11. It's Schlosser and Ault in the backfield. That's Schlosser shifting out to the left side. They give it to Ault back on the right side. No, it's a pass into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete as they fooled everyone. Logan Anderson was the intended target.
Nice shot
save.
at it. Yeah, nice pass. It's a little bit high. You run a deep post route, and you tell your quarterback, I'm going to meet you underneath the goalpost. Just get the ball in the air, get it up there, and I'll see if I can't out-jump him. It's just a little bit high.
3rd and 11.
And right now the Colts are in 4-down territory. I don't care what happens, they're going to go for it here. They need to get the first down.
Ball at the Panther 25. Trips to the right. Anderson, the receiver, on the left side. Skoog rolls to his left, feels the pressure, and he is going to be dumped at the 34-yard line. He could not get away from Schnepschild.
And the pass rush, when you have 5 blockers up front and you bring 6 guys, somebody's coming open. They put pressure on Paul. He had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
5:24 and counting. And I don't know what they're going to do now. It's 4th and 20.
This has got to be a punt situation. You do not want, you got 4th and 20 yards. You've been struggling all night. You want to punt the ball down, put Elyria Catholic inside the 5-yard line, then hope your defense can create a turnover.
Van Osdale's going to kick it. And he angles it. And it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the best-looking drive so far for Clear Fork, but they come up empty.
Yeah, when you have a 10-yard sack in there, that really puts you in a you're sitting at a 4th and 20. What do you do? You've been struggling all night moving the football. It was impassable. There's no way you could make that up against this team.
4 drives in the first half so far for Clear Fork. 3 of them resulted in punts. 1 was an interception. And this is the 2nd straight drive that Elyria Catholic will start at their own 20. And the last one, 7 plays, 80 yards later, Mason Halliburton went into the end zone from the 37. Cook fumbles the snap and is able to recover and get out across the 30 before he's thrown out of bounds. And Cook so far has gone the distance tonight at quarterback for the Panthers.
He's rushed the ball 3 times for 33 yards, 11 yards a carry. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
So now the ball resting at the Panther 38-yard line.
Somewhere, somehow, with 4:42 on the clock, the Colt defense has got to put a stop to this offense. They've got to slow them down. They've had the ball 3 times, come away with 3 touchdowns. We've got to slow them down.
That's Thomas up across the 45. And they do not have to keep handing the ball to number 44 because Tavian Thomas has done a nice job in relief.
He's got 4 carries for 80 yards. He's having 20 yards a carry. I'll tell you, those are big numbers.
8 yards on that carry. 2nd down, actually 7. 2nd down and 3. Cook swings it out. Caught by Halliburton, but he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Caden Riddle came up to make the tackle, so that'll make it 3rd down and 2, and a big play here for the Colts defense.
Yeah, you got to slow them down. This is where you want to get them off the field, get your offense back on the field.
Ellis now back in the backfield behind Cook.
I'm pretty sure they're going to run it here, Brian.
Ellis now swings out as a receiver, and Cook is going to run it himself, puts his shoulder down and gets across midfield. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's not a bad play call. You take all your backs and move them out, and what that forces Clear Fork do, they got to cover them, and when you move everybody out, that leaves a hole in the front, and with this offensive line, you're going to have success.
Panthers with the ball at the Colt 49-yard line. Cook again stood up now at the 46 after a gain of about 4. And the Panthers content to just run the ball down the throat of the Clear Fork Colts with 2:53 to go in the 2nd quarter with a 21-0 lead.
Yeah, they still have 2 timeouts. All they want to do is score just before half. They don't want any time left on the clock, so there are no rush. Take your time.
Cook slings it out left side. It's caught at the 36. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Nope, 1st down.
Well, they are going to say it is complete, so it's caught by Needhurst. And that's a fresh set of downs for the Panthers at the Colt 35-yard line.
That was a nice play call. We're thinking run. They turn around, throw a little hook route.
Direct snap
Wildcat.
to Ellis again. And he dives forward across the 30 down to the 28. Pawie Ault comes up to make the stop. The Panthers quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
1:53 on the clock and ticking.
2nd and 4 from the 29. Cook back to throw again, swings it out, caught by Halliburton, and forced out of bounds. A flag comes flying in.
I think this is going to be a face mask. Anytime you see a receiver's head flinch a little bit, that's not a good sign.
1:34 to go before halftime. Coming up, we'll have the MWD Logistics halftime show. We'll have the Clear Fork Marching Band and have first half stats and try to get some other scores. We'll try to get the Glenville score. Penalty is going to be a personal foul. It's a face mask against Clear Fork.
That's their 3rd penalty for 30 yards, and that was a big one. Yeah,
that will bring the ball all the way down to the Clear Fork 12.
1:34 in the quarter. Elyria Catholic's in no rush, taking their time.
Cook's going to roll to his right and runs out of bounds, forced out by Ault at the 11.
Still gets a little bit of yardage, moves the stakes. All positive yardage, no negative yardage. 1:25 on the clock. He is out of bounds. They still have 2 timeouts, Elyria Catholic. Colts need a miracle here, Brian. Some way they need to stop this offense.
Ellis, left tackle, 3rd touchdown of the night.
10-yard touchdown. And I don't know if anybody put a hand on him. Did you see, Brian?
No.
I don't think anybody touched him. That offensive line is creating seams. They're wearing down this Colt defense.
Second straight 80-yard drive for the Panthers. Phillips' extra point is up and good. It's 28-0 Panthers.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Elyria Catholic now with a 28-0 lead over Clear Fork. The winner of this game will take on either Glenville or Bellevue. Right now, Glenville with a 12-6 lead in the second quarter.
Maybe there is a kink in that Glenville armor somewhere. Bellevue's, but Bellevue's a good ball club. They are a good ball club. They handled Galleon last week.
Ault scoops it up at the 18. And Ault up across the 30. So Clear Fork will get the ball back with 1:13 to go before halftime, down 28-0.
Clear Fork still has 3 timeouts left, 1:13 on the clock, as you said, Brian. And right now, you do not want to give the ball back to Elyria Catholic. And if they don't get a first down or move the ball, look for your Elyria Catholic to use their timeouts, and they'll be able to get the ball back.
Elyria Catholic will also start with the ball in the third quarter. Skoog goes to the air, and it's a quick hitter on the far side of the field. Anderson with the reception with 1:07 to go before the half. Clear Fork with 3 timeouts, 1:07 to go. Skoog on 2nd and 5. And it is going to be caught, I believe, at the 42-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice play, moving the ball, passing it now.
Anderson again with the reception. Clock moving, 55 seconds to go. Ball at the Colt 42.
You don't want to turn it over here.
Skoog steps up in the pocket, and he's dumped at the 42-yard line as he could not get away from Keneally. And a penalty is going to be called. Or is that? No, it's a timeout taken by Clear Fork with 40 seconds to go before halftime. Well, they are really behind the 8 ball here with 40 seconds to go, down by 4 scores.
I don't really understand that timeout. You got 40 seconds, you're second down. I'd rather let the clock run out, get it down a little bit, because right now, if you don't get yardage, look for the Panthers to call their 2 timeouts, and they may get the ball back, force you to punt it to them. But, hey, Coach Carroll knows what he's doing. The last game, remember, he took a timeout with 1 second in the quarter, and it was a turnaround.
Yeah, they came out. They were playing kind of flat up to that timeout, and I remember we both questioned why he was calling that timeout when he did, and it was like they flipped a switch.
Right. I think his attitude, his body language, he more or less sent a message to him, we better shape up, and that's what happened.
Glenville now with an 18-6 lead over Bellevue as they approach halftime. So Glenville's starting to put away a little bit.
They wear you down. 40 seconds till half.
2nd and 10 at the Clear Fork 42-yard line.
And there's a penalty.
Another flag, and I had a feeling this is going to be procedure against Clear Fork.
Yeah. One of the linemen jumped a little bit. That's their 4th penalty for 35 yards.
So this marches them back with 39 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think he jumped before the snap, so they should reset the clock to 40, but Maybe we're just going to let her go.
Clear Fork now with a 2nd and 15 from their own 37. The drive started at their own 31. Skoog swings it out left side. Bergholder with the catch, but immediately dropped by Colin Ginley. And another timeout. And that will be taken by the Colts. It'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go as they now face a 3rd and 15. Clear Fork with 1 timeout remaining and Elyria Catholic with 2. Remember Matt Wilhelm from
Yes.
Ohio State?
Yep.
NFL?
Yep.
He played here.
There you go.
Now doing radio and television work in Cleveland, covering the Browns and the Buckeyes on WKNR and on Channel 5.
Again, Clear Fork calls timeout, 26 seconds, 3rd down 15. If they don't do anything here, look for Elyria Catholic to call the timeout, give some time back on the clock for them. And they'll have the ball. And with their offense, you never know what's going to happen.
3rd and 15 from the Colt 37. Skoog all alone in the backfield. Pumps, fires, right side, caught, first down by Robinson and then some. Down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. They convert on 3rd and long, and the Colts keep the drive alive.
38-yard pass to number 21, just what they needed.
Ellis made the tackle, but Robeson, and they're able to spike it at the 26-yard line. That stops the clock with 14 seconds to go, and here we're up there questioning the usage of the timeouts.
That's why he did it.
He's got Clear Fork in really good position here with 14 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, if they can put some points on the board here, boy, what a momentum boost going into that locker room. 14 seconds in the quarter.
Robeson comes up with a huge reception. And Skoog. And let's see, a timeout is going to be taken by Elyria Catholic here. They just want to make sure that they're on the same page defensively.
Yeah, they're just in the opposite. They do not want to go in giving up a touchdown here. So it's a game of chess, Brian. Coach Carroll called his 2 mouths. We're up here wondering why would he do that? Well, now we know. Never say never.
Colts, 9 wins in a row. And that win streak is in jeopardy here with 14 seconds to go before halftime, trailing 28-0. Regardless of what happens tonight, you can't take away from the season that Clear Fork has had. They won the MOAC for the 3rd time, had a 9-win regular season.
And, you know, we've watched them 3-4 games, and to me, they're probably one of the most improved football teams from game to game to game. They've really come a long way. Coach Carroll and his staff's done a great job with these young men.
14 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the Panther 25-yard line.
Elyria Catholic's deepening up a little bit. Sitting in a man-to-man cover. Oh!
Is almost picked off for the 2nd time tonight.
That could have been a disaster.
That would
have been the dagger in the back because, man, there was nothing but green for the next 70 yards.
Graydon Rollins almost came up with the pick. And it is now 3rd down and 10 from the 25.
Coach Carroll's got 10 seconds on the clock. He's got to go for the end zone. Doug Flutie, Hail Mary, it's up.
Goog looks up, and there's going to be pass interference as Logan Anderson was the intended receiver, but there was a lot of contact between him and Colin Dowd.
Yeah, this is going to be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. This is not the NFL. It doesn't go where it's happening. But we got another official calling holding. Let's see what comes up here. Interference.
So it will go against the Panthers with 4 seconds to go, so the Colts will get one more play.
That moves it 10 yards up the field. In the pros, it goes, that would have been put at the 1 yard line because it happened in the end zone. In high school ball, it's only a 10-yard penalty and a first down.
So the Colts with another opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 12.
This could be the spark to get them going.
4 seconds to go before halftime. Scoot thought about the
Double
run.
pass.
Robeson into the corner of the end zone. And
Oh!
pass interference again.
And you cannot end the game on a defensive penalty, but if it's offensive interference, the quarter's over.
So let's see again. Anderson was the intended receiver, and Robeson threw it up for grabs.
Oh, it's going to be half the distance. It's another penalty.
So the Colts will get an untimed play here at the end of the half. One more opportunity to get into the end zone and avoid the shutout in the first half.
And we talked about that earlier. Look for that double pass, and that's what it was, a double pass.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
The nice thing about this, the quarterback can run it. Give him the option, sprint out, and he can run it.
Scoot.
Sprint him out, pressure's on. Just
He
throw
beats
it.
a tackler on the right side, gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So a 6-yard touchdown run by Victor Skoog, and the Colts are on the board thanks to a couple huge penalties by Elyria Catholic.
And boy, did they need that. The Valley is shaking a little bit right now. No time on the clock. Great call. It was a run-pass option. If all the receivers are covered, you're 6 yards away. Take it in. Skoog did the job for the Colts.
Van Osdale on to attempt the extra point. And Dave Carroll hoping that is a shift in momentum at the end of the half. The extra point is up and good. The Colts on the board as we head to the intermission. Elyria Catholic 28, Clear Fork 7. You're watching high school playoff football live and free exclusively on the OH Report.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
To close our show tonight, the Pride of the Valley will perform our traditional Rock Colts. Turn it to the official State of Ohio rock song, Hang On Sloopy.
She was watching the game, and all at once,
yeah, and the internet stopped. Yeah, it comes and goes.
job, man.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dan Reaser Stadium, home of the Elyria Catholic Marching Band of Spirits. Strange things have been happening at Elyria Catholic. Have you seen the floating heads in the bleachers? But this pales in comparison to all that's happened in Hawkins, Indiana in the 80s. Teenagers fought monsters to keep them from invading our world. As a tribute to those who fought bravely, here is Master of Puppets. next number reached #1 on the charts thanks to Stranger Things. It was not only Max's favorite song, but also our color guard feature. With solos from Jocelyn Simo and Nora Taylor, here is Running Up That Hill. A final number was remixed because the songwriter Steve Perry loved the show so much. So please enjoy as we perform Separate Ways by Journey.
Ellis is now over 2,000 yards. You always have it. You always have it.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It's halftime here at Elyria Catholic, where the Colts on the short end of a 28-7 score. Time now for the MWD Logistics halftime show. I am Brian Harter along with Bruce Weirich, and it has not been a good night for the Clear Fork Colts.
Yeah, you look at the whole game. Elyria Catholic came out, they are fired up. In the first quarter, I thought it was, we were in a big problem. But the last 60 seconds, would you say? Colts came alive, got a touchdown on the board. It was helped by 2 interference calls, but they still get points on the board, but they still got a mountain to climb. I mean, when you're down 3 scores to Elyria Catholic, and you gotta make up ground, and it's going to be a tough hill to climb. Elyria Catholic gets the ball first. Colts got to stop them.
Halftime numbers, you take a look at what Elyria Catholic and Clear Fork have been able to do individually. Levi Ellis with 9 carries, 62 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Tavian Thomas, 4 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown. Brady Cook through the air, 4 of 6 for 27. For Clear Fork, Pawie Ault has been a non-factor. 4 carries for 10 yards, but they were forced to throw the football, was Clear Fork, early in this ball game, so the run game really almost non-existent. Victor Skoog, 11 carries for 29 yards. He scored the only touchdown for Clear Fork. He was 7 of 11 through the air for 80 yards. And they have got to really get something going defensively to stop this running attack of the Panthers.
Yeah, anytime you get a team that runs the ball, it will wear your defense out. A team goes out there and throws the ball on you. That's one thing, because, they're going to throw it here and there. You're not as physically beat up because you're always on a pass rush. But when a team runs the ball at you, that's telling you that those offensive linemen are moving people. They're blocking you, and they're hammering on you every play, pound. And that'll wear on you, and it'll show up in the fourth quarter in conditioning. And what Clear Fork's got to do, they have got to stop them on this opening drive. If you go down 4 scores in the second half, you got a mountain that's really going to be tough to stop. So Colts got to stop them. Then they got to get the ball, and they got to get a touchdown, because you got to get at least 1 score in the third quarter and then put 2 together in the fourth. So uphill climb, but they've done it before.
Well, we're about to find out how big that touchdown was for Clear Fork at the end of the first half, because if they can turn that into a defensive stop and a score to start the third quarter, they can get themselves right back into this ball game.
Yeah, when you're down 2 scores, that's a lot better than being down 3. And like I say, the Colts have got to, they need a turnover. They basically need a turnover. They need to give the ball to their offense in Elyria Catholic territory. Let's get a spark. Let's get a little momentum. I like to see what adjustments the coach has made. Coach Carroll and his staff, they probably went in there and said, hey, they're shutting us down on the run. What can we do? Well, we got to run the quarterback more, get him on the outside, run pass, option for him. And defensively, I don't know if there is a solution for this back.
And Osdale puts his foot into the kickoff, and we are underway here in the third quarter. And DeMartinez up to about the 35-yard line, so that is where Elyria Catholic will start with their first drive of the third quarter. They were perfect in the first half, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Their punter did not see the field at all. In fact, their last 2 drives started at their own 20, and they drove 80 yards for scores.
And we talked about this before, Brian. When you run the ball, you're really physically beating up a team. And when you physically beat them up, that wears you out. And we've seen a couple injuries. Clear Fork has some kids helped off the field. You take a pounding.
Now listen, as the running back, he gets the first carry and gets a couple as he is swarmed under. Eric Hicks in on the stop. And we have a new quarterback, Hector Garcia the fourth, the junior.
Nice stop by the Colts there. That's what you got to do.
Let's see if they do anything different with Garcia in the backfield. I would imagine we're still going to see a heavy dose there. They throw the football, and it's a receiver screen to Halliburton, and he is swarmed under, and it will be now 3rd down and long for the Panthers. So Sansom comes up to make the play, and it is now 3rd and 9 from the 33-yard line of Elyria Catholic.
It's 3rd and 11, Brian. They lost a yard on that pass. The Colt defense is rising to the occasion.
I'm going to blame that one on the scoreboard operator.
There you go.
I looked up. And
I never look at the scoreboard. I look at the sidelines.
3rd and long. They go to the air, and it's going to be caught at the 41-yard line, still short of the first down. So let's see what the Panthers elect to do here on 4th and 4.
Yes.
They will send the punt unit out. So for the first time tonight, the Panthers are forced to kick it away.
And whatever the Colts did, whatever defensive adjustments they did at halftime, congratulations, it worked.
Skoog and Schlosser back to receive for the Colts. So a golden opportunity now for Clear Fork with 9:50 to go in the third quarter. A long snap, or count, excuse me. Kick is off. It's a high, short kick. And it's going to take a Clear Fork roll and be down at the 33-yard line. So the first drive of the third quarter for the Colts will start at their 37.
I'm very impressed with that Colt defense. They came out, they loaded up the box, they went after the run, they shut the run down, knocked down a couple passes, and let's see what their offense can do. If they can get back within striking distance, get it to a 14-point lead, we got a ball game, Brian.
Panthers ran the ball once on that drive, and the new quarterback threw a couple passes. Skoog gets to the 40.
Going to pick up a couple yards, and this is what I thought they would do. Run your quarterback. Put the ball game on your quarterback's shoulders and let him just run it and carry the team.
Picked up a couple. 2nd down and 8.
He's been our MVP before. I believe he can do it. The players in front of him believe he can do it. He's a team leader.
9 minutes to go, third quarter. Swings it out, and Robeson brought down from behind. And a nice defensive play.
And anytime you throw the ball and you lose 4 yards on it, that's tough. That is a tough play.
Tony Grosso brought him down from behind, forcing a 3rd and 12, and not what Dave Carroll and his offensive coaches had in mind for their first offensive series of the third quarter. Trips now to the left. Skoog rolls to his right. Now he'll step up. Has some room. It's caught by Bergholder. He's got a first down at the 49-yard line.
Nice play. Nice play by the Colts. Again, give a hand to the quarterback. He got away from the rush. He stepped up in the pocket and threw the ball down in the middle to his big tight end. First down.
We saw Bergholder come up with a couple big catches last week against Upper Sandusky, and he gets a huge one here.
And the Colts, they stopped Elyria Catholic to start the second quarter or second half, and now they're moving the ball.
Pawie Ault in motion. They'll give him the ball in the jet sweep, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
And that's all pregame. I mean, the coaches must have worked all week. Then the flag goes up in the air.
And could we have some help here coming from Clear Fork as the flag comes flying in and the Panthers are marching backwards?
Anytime you have a flag that late after the play, it's got to be a personal foul. Somebody mouthed off, somebody said something, somebody pushed on somebody. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Elyria Catholic.
Well, that is a big penalty.
15 yards.
Instead of 2nd and 11, it's going to be 1st and 10, and the Colts with a little momentum here in the third quarter, down to the 37-yard line.
And this is score time. They got to put points on the board this drive.
7.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The Colts ended the first half with a touchdown and would love to tack on 6 more here to start the third quarter. Robeson in motion. They'll hand it to him, and again, they have really taken that jet sweep away from Clear Fork. Levi Ellis, known for his offensive skills, also the team's leading tackler, gets the stop on that play.
Yeah, they're bringing their defensive backs up really fast. As soon as, that's good scouting. Elyria Catholic probably spent the week working on that in practice. Every time number 21 gets the ball, fly up. The only thing that can stop the rush is the play-action pass off of that.
Skoog on second down, feels the pressure, drops the ball, and he is dumped at midfield as he could not get out of the grasp of Tony Grosso.
And that hurt. That puts them in a 3rd and 20. We're looking at 6:30 on the clock right now.
And they are back to midfield, are the Colts.
And what they got to do is make up at least half of it. If Coach Carroll's going to go for it, he wants to try and get at least 10, 12 yards out of this play. Make it a manageable 4th down.
3rd and 23 from midfield.
You don't look to make it all up. You just want to get a big portion of it.
Skoog with time, and he's hit, and a flag comes in.
It's going to be a hold on the Colts. He actually tackled the young man trying to come in. They will delay it, or they'll decline it.
Tony Grosso came in to apply the pressure. It is a hold against Clear Fork. They will decline it. So that'll bring up 4th and 23. So a drive that looked promising to start the third quarter, and Clear Fork, they will be forced to kick it away.
What a pass rush. I mean, our Clear Fork quarterback has no time to look downfield and throw that ball without having somebody in its face.
Van Osdale will kick it from inside the 40.
We're at 6:27 of the third quarter. Nice rush.
And it's going to take an Elyria Catholic bounce and be down inside the 30.
I've talked about this before, Brian. If you're going to make a deep run, and there's a flag on the play, let's see what this is. Looked like it's going to be on Elyria Catholic. Everybody's pointing that way.
Well, let's see on fourth.
They're talking to Coach Carroll. Looked like it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. 5, 10.
It'll be holding on the return. So it'll be a first down for Elyria Catholic. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty back to the 19.
Little sloppy. The two interference calls by Elyria Catholic just before the half allowed Clearfork to keep a drive alive for their touchdown, and now another 10-yard penalty backs them up.
This is the worst starting field position of the night for Elyria Catholic at their 19. Ellis off left tackle gets up across the 25. And he gets all the way up to the 29. That'll be another first down for the Panthers as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Cook now back in at quarterback. That's Ellis, and he's upended at the 40 as he just continues to rip off big chunks of yardage. Sansom comes up and makes the play.
And this is where the Colt defense is getting worn down. They're just pounding it straight up the middle.
Cook now will roll to his right. He stumbles and cannot get back to the line of scrimmage.
Colt defense needs to come up big here.
Second down and 12 as we approach now 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clearfork 27, or down 28-7. Cook pitches outside. Thomas tries to cut back and cannot get past the 35-yard line.
Nice job by the Colt defense. That's an option play. When you run an option play, you practice against it, even though they're only going to run it 1 or 2 times a game. But you got to practice on it, and the Colts did a great job stopping it.
So 3rd and 13, and another opportunity for the Colts defense to get the Panthers off the field. And Cook will roll to his right. Pumps it, fires, caught short of a first down at the 45-yard line.
He bobbled it out of bounds, no catch.
Incomplete. So for the second straight drive, the Panthers are forced to punt here in the third quarter.
Nice job by the Colt defense, getting them off the field. Now we just got to put together a scoring drive, get it within 2 before the end of the third quarter.
Dave Stupka, the defensive coordinator for the Colts, was the head coach here back at Elyria Catholic before coming down to take the Madison job a few years ago. So whatever they discussed defensively at halftime worked. Now it's up to the offense to get some things going here in the third quarter. And the punt is going to be blocked. And the Colts are going to have good field position up here close to midfield as it's going to be down at the 50-yard line.
Nice job. Nice rush. They have a long snap. Most punters are 13 yards deep. Elyria Catholic's 15 yards deep. He takes that extra little step. Colts timed it and got a tip on it. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Showtime, Colts.
So it's just shy of midfield. We'll call it 1st and 10 at the 50. Skoog under pressure. He's hit. Ball's tipped. It's picked off by Ellis. The second pick of the night, and Ellis is down to the 35-yard line. So the second interception of the night for the Panthers, and they are now set up at the Colt 35-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And the Panthers looking to add to a 28-7 lead after the Colts with two outstanding defensive efforts.
Heartbreaking play for the Colts. Now let's see if their defense can pick it up again.
Ellis, and he gets a couple down to the 32. Caden
Nice
Riddle
run.
comes up to make the tackle.
Nice job by the Colt defense, shutting them down. That young man averages about 8 yards every time he touches the ball. In the second quarter, or in the second half, the Colts have kind of handled him a little bit.
Cook back at quarterback. And Ellis in the backfield, standing to his right. Ellis cuts back, and he's up to about the 23-yard line after a pickup of about 6. Sansom made the play. It's now 3rd and 2. Ball at the Clear Fork 27-yard line.
Colt defense has got to put a big stop here. They need a turnover. I just look for them to run the ball again. They're not going to do anything fancy here.
They fake it to Ellis, and it's a pass, and it's going to be dumped in the backfield by Luke Schlosser as he makes the tackle on Ryan Tanner.
That was a loss of about 2.
Makes it 4th and 3. And decision time for Brian Fox as the offense, let's see what they're going to do here.
Boy, I didn't understand that play. When you have a running attack like they have and they try and throw it on a 3rd and 2.
Now it looks like they're trying to draw Clear Fork offside. Ellis out of the ball game. Tavian Thomas in the backfield along with Brady Cook. 4th and 4 from the Clear Fork 34-yard line. They're going to go for it. It's swung out. It's caught. First down, but there's a penalty flag down as the pass was hauled in by Needhurst.
We got a holding play on Elyria Catholic. They're already marching backwards. That's going to be 10 yards. That's their 5th penalty for 50 yards.
So that takes away the first down, and let's see if it changes the play call for Brian Fox as they will move this all the way out to the 38-yard line. And they need to get down to the 25 for a first down. So it's now 4th and 14.
Minute 28 in the third quarter. Colt defense hanging in there.
120 and counting here in the third quarter, and this has not been a great quarter for the Panthers offensively.
Not after what they did the first half.
4 touchdowns on 4 drives in the first half. Cook back to throw on 4th down. Swings it out. Caught.
Out of
and
bounds.
He stepped out of bounds shy of the first down marker. Colin Ginley made the reception and a big mental error, and they turn it over on downs.
He had it. His right foot just stepped on the white line, and the official was right there.
So the Colts get it back with 57 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Nice job by the Colt defense. 2 stops. Now their offense has got to materialize. We got to see some points on the board.
So the defense for Clear Fork has done its job in the third quarter. Backs in the eye, and what here?
Equipment check. One of the linemen, like his shoulder pad jerseys are torn off. This is just to protect the players. The official will take his time out and get the players' equipment back in place. Nobody gets hurt. Safety is the number one priority out there. Reset the clock.
Ault and Schlosser in the eye. They fake it to Ault. And Skoog looks upfield and tried to get Bergholder at the 48-yard line. It's incomplete. And Bergholder does some redecorating on the Colts sideline.
When you have a tight end that's big, and last week I think he had a 90-yard catch. We saw him run 90 yards down the field, so he can do it if he gets his hands on the ball in the open field. 50 seconds to go. Clock is stopped.
Bergholder was their leading receiver during the regular season. 310 yards on 15 catches, a couple touchdowns. And he had the big touchdown against Upper Sandusky. 2nd and 10. Skoog with time. Looks over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Ty Robeson at the 40.
And people are upset because the official was in the way, but not much you can do about it.
Almost a pick play, if you will, with the
and it was a nice play, nice delivery. The quarterback had time. They gave him the protection. Nice post route right up the seam. Couldn't haul it in.
3rd and 10 from their own 26-yard line. So a huge 3rd down play for the Colts offense as they try to convert on 3rd and 10. Skoog going to run. It's up to the 30, still on his feet, up close to a first down as he gets across the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot this.
See if he made it. Looks like he's going to be a yard short.
And they will spot it at 34.
Now, 35 seconds in the quarter is 4th down. Do you go for the 1, keep the drive alive, or punt away, Brian?
But do you go for it at the 34-yard line? That is the question.
Yeah.
But you're down 28-7 on the road.
And Coach Carroll's been here before. He knows what it needs. He knows his team. Now, will they try and draw them off?
They have converted on 4th down before. And Skoog with a play fake. He's got the first down as he's out of bounds at the 37.
Great call. Keep the ball in the hand of your best ball carrier, your quarterback. Gets 4 yards, 34 yards total in the game, and another first down to keep the drive alive. 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
I really like that play call. It looked like they were going to go right to Alden. It was a nice play fake by Skoog.
And it was. And you want to keep the ball in your playmaker's hands.
1st and 10 with 30 seconds to go. They fake it to Ault again. And a hit at the 40-yard line. The ball was caught by Schlosser. How did he hold on to that football?
Boy, he got smacked as soon as he got it. He hung on to it, but what that does is sets the tone for the next play.
2nd and 6.
Quarter's going to run out, 5 seconds.
And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. The Colts with 12 more minutes as they try to extend their season. Down 28-7, but they have the ball. We'll be back to Elyria Catholic right after this. You're watching high school playoff football live and free exclusively on the OH Report.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Well, for some of these Colts, it could be their final 12 minutes of high school football. What do they have left as they have a 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard, actually 2nd and 4, excuse me.
Well, the Colts, they got to score. They got to score now. Then they got to get the ball back. It's an uphill climb, but, Clear Fork and the coaching staff they have there, you never know.
I'm sorry, I had it right the first time. 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Skoog now all alone in the backfield. And he's going to run it to the right side. Cuts outside, has a first down, and then some. Tripped up at the 40-yard line by Levi Ellis. Otherwise, Skoog was going to go untouched to the end zone.
Keeps the drive alive, and we just talked about it. You have to get points real quick. You can't dilly-dally around. You got to get 7 points on that board ASAP.
Ball at the Panther 35. 11:45 to go in the ball game. And it will take a monumental comeback for the Colts. They shut out the Panthers in the third quarter. Now the offense needs to get some points on the scoreboard. That's Robeson in motion. They fake it to him. Skoog up the middle, upended at the 30. Levi Ellis came up from his safety spot to make the play, but it's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Anytime you have a safety coming up and making a play, you're getting yardage because he's through the line of scrimmage. He's past the linebackers. The only thing left between him and the goal line is a free safety.
Second down and 5.
Coach Carroll's in 4-down territory. He's not going to punt, not going to try a field goal. He needs a touchdown.
Skoog again, looks to the air, fires right side. Anderson with the reception at the 22.
Nice play. 12-yard play, first down. 93 yards passing for Skoog.
Logan Anderson with his 5th reception tonight for 32 yards. And the Colts keeping this drive alive.
We're in the fourth quarter with 10:37 on the clock.
Remember, this drive started all the way back at the 26. Robeson in motion. And Skoog kind of fumbled with the snap and was unable to really make anything. Ellis comes up to make the stop. He never really had control of the ball.
Yeah, a little snap on the side, and these offenses are so particular that you have got to make everything perfect.
It almost looked like he wanted to give it to Ellis on the sweep.
Yeah, he was looking for the sweep, and then next thing you know, he ends up with it, and I go, oh, boy, what do I do now? But then the Colts are in 4-down territory. They got 3 plays that make up 12 yards.
Skoog looks right side. This one's caught again by Anderson. And nice. Anderson brought down by Colin Dowd. Third and long.
3 completions in a row for the Colts. Coach Carroll dialing up a play.
9:27 to go in the fourth. And the Colts looking for win number 11 here in the second round of the playoffs. Scooge going to run it. Right side. Cuts back to the 15, down to the 13.
He's a workhorse tonight. That's his 19th carry for 67 yards. It is now 4th down and 2. This is a very critical. If you talk about a play of the game, this is it.
8 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Clear Fork down by 3 touchdowns. They are 2 for 2 tonight on 4th down.
Look for Coach Carroll to put it in his quarterback's hand. A run-pass option. If the run's there, take it.
Scoob fires over the middle. It's incomplete. There are no flags, and they will turn it over.
Tried a quick little hitch route. Threw it a little bit too high. Incomplete. Turns the ball over. 8:30 to go in the 4th quarter. The clock is now against the Colts.
Well, the defense really put the clamps on the Panthers in the 3rd quarter. But the Colts unable to capitalize then at the offensive end.
Yeah, it looks like all Elyria Catholic, all they want to do is just run the ball. Let the clock move. All you got to do is put together 3 first downs, working the clock, and you'll work it way down.
Now, this is where having a back like Ellis is huge. And it'll be a direct snap to Ellis. And he breaks through the line of scrimmage. He will be gone. 87 yards, and they are not going to catch it. One play, 87 yards, and 6 points.
And that is the nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be tough to overcome. And I'll tell you, he gets through that hole, and he is gone. I thought maybe one of the Clear Fork backs, secondary guys might have caught him, but he outran everybody.
Louisville being beaten by Lucas tonight, 21-19. So Lucas will continue their playoff run, and the extra point is up and good. And Elyria Catholic tacks on 7 more. We'll be back after this.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
An 87-yard touchdown run by Levi Ellis. And I have just been talking about how well the Colts defense had played in the 3rd quarter. And Ellis takes it to the house to cap a very nice night for the senior.
Anytime you have a stop and play like an interception or you're shut down on 4th down, your defense goes out there. They're not really mentally into getting back on that field, and bad things happen.
Schlosser gets up to the 40. So that is where the Colts offense will start. Now down 35-7.
8:09 left in the 4th quarter. The clock is not our friend right now. But hey, the Colts can keep their heads up. Great season. Played great football all year. We've seen them improve, probably one of the best improved football teams in the area. They just kept getting better and better and better.
And they just came up against a team in Elyria Catholic that is just outstanding.
Yeah.
And especially offensively running the football.
And that really put a damper on the Colts.
Backs in the eye. Skoog up under center. They go back to the ground. And Schlosser gets up to the 40. Robeson, excuse me, with the carry.
Boy, the rushing game of Clear Fork Colts, except for the quarterback who has 67 yards on 19 carries, it has basically been shut down. That run game that's taken the Colts through 10 wins this year is kind of disappeared tonight, and you got to take your hats off to Elyria Catholic. They have really hammered the line of scrimmage.
7:29 to go. And a timeout taken by the Colts with 7:23 to go. Elyria Catholic with a 35-7 lead. We'll be back to Panther Country right after this.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer auto store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Elyria Catholic with a 35-7 lead over the Colts. 7:23 to go. And the Colts with a 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line.
They got a big mountain to climb. Keep their heads up. Play with pride. Build a team. It's a 10-win season. Not a lot of teams can win 10 games.
Skoog with the play fake. Lost it up left side.
Got
it's going to
him.
be caught. Mason Sansom into the end zone for a touchdown. 59 yards. And the Colts reach the end zone.
Never say die. Nice pass. Got behind the defense. Touchdown.
So 2 plays in the drive. And Clear Fork trying to scratch something out of this here in the 4th quarter.
7:12 to go. Look for maybe an onside kick. On the ensuing kickoff, Colts need the ball back.
Van Osdale on to attempt the extra point. We'll keep it right here after the touchdown since we just took the timeout. Extra point is up and good by Van Osdale, so the Colts tack on a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Now, being the optimist that I know that you are.
Onside kick.
Onside kick, and anything can happen here.
Yep, onside kick, score quick, do it again.
One thing we can say about these Colts is they're not going to go away quietly.
No. Coach Carroll, your head coach sets the attitude of the team. And right now, there's no hole too deep for them, and they're going to play with pride out there. They're going to show you what Colt football is, and they're going to keep coming at you. They're going to keep clawing, and they're going to make you earn their respect.
7:12 to go, and Elyria Catholic with a 35-14 lead. And the Colts had shut them out in the 3rd quarter, but then in the 4th, an 87-yard touchdown run by Levi Ellis, but then the Colts come right back with a 59-yard strike from Victor Skoog to Mason Sansom.
One play, one big run really put the Colts in the bind here. Look for the onside kick. Elyria Catholic's looking for it. They got 9 men within 10 yards of the 50-yard line. Everybody's thinking about it.
And
there it is. Bounce.
Onside kick to the near side. It's going to be recovered at midfield by Elyria Catholic.
Nice try. Never say die. You know, we sit here and we say it's an uphill climb, but you never know. You never know what's going on.
15 carries for Ellis, 181 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not a bad night for the best player in Lorain County.
Bad night. And you told me earlier he's over 2,000 yards on this season so far?
Over 2,000, over 4,700 coming into tonight's game for his career. The all-time leading rusher at Elyria Catholic.
Not a bad resume.
Not a bad resume at all. Thomas with the carry, and their flag's going to be a full start against Elyria Catholic.
Yeah, somebody went right when they should have went left. Yep. That's Elyria Catholic, 6th penalty for 55 yards.
We have not heard a Glenville score here in the second half, but they were leading Bellevue. Last we heard, they were up 18-6. Now it's 31-6. And Elyria Catholic now with a 1st and 15 after the penalty.
7 minutes in the quarter.
Hector Garcia back at the controls as he comes out as the quarterback and Thomas as the tailback. Thomas tries to turn the corner on the right side, cuts it back, gets a couple up to the 48-yard line. Ross Wine making the tackle.
Did a nice job looking for a little work, trying to get a little leverage. Colt defense did a nice job boxing them in, forced them back inside to the linebackers, and that's how you play defense.
Congratulations, Randy, and thank you for your support of the Mason football.
Garcia stays in as the quarterback, and they are in no hurry as we approach the 6:20 mark of the fourth quarter. Thomas, and he has stood up at the line of scrimmage as Blake Schlosser, the sophomore, up on the play.
Nice defense by the Colts. Linebacker stepping up, filling the hole, nowhere to go. 6:03, 6 minutes in the quarter, third down, 10 to go.
So it's now 3rd down and 10 from 50-yard line. And let's see what Garcia does on 3rd and long from midfield.
No rush.
And there's another penalty,
game.
and that's going to be a delay of game penalty against Elyria Catholic. So, they actually got a timeout called with 5:18 to go.
Yeah, they do not have clocks to show how much time there is left in between plays, so you have to watch the official standing at the 30-yard line. He has a little buzzer on him. When it goes off, he's got 5 seconds. He'll start waving his hand up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think the officials are going to put some time back on the clock here because about 4 seconds after the timeout was called, ticked off the clock.
Five. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to put 8 seconds back on the clock.
5:20. There it is. Great job by the clockwork people. We've been at some games when you got to adjust the clock. We're waiting 5 minutes for it. These gentlemen know what they're doing.
3rd down and 10. As we'll try it again from midfield.
Colts toughening up, man-to-man coverage. They got everybody covered. Everybody's within 5 yards of the ball.
Tavion Thomas stays in the game. And Garcia back to throw. It's tipped and it's picked off. And down the far sideline, a turnover by Logan Anderson. And the Colts get the ball back.
And this game is not over. If they can get a quick score and come back with the onside, we have a ball game.
5:11 to go. Clear Fork with 2 timeouts left. And if they can get this quickly into the end zone.
You pull it within 2.
Now, this is where we start talking about the multiple quarterbacks, because with Brady Cook in the game, the offense looked a lot different.
Yeah. Running the ball a little more, and the passing game looked a little better at that time. But right now, everybody's watching this Colt offense.
Skoog with the play fake. Fires over the middle, and it's going to be picked off by Ellis. So Ellis from the 20-yard line, and the 3rd interception of the night for Victor Skoog. So Skoog trying to make something happen on first down, and he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, Elyria Catholic's playing deep. They want you to throw underneath and not deep, so they're playing everybody 20, 25 yards deep. Skoog threw the ball up in the air. It's an easy interception for Elyria Catholic. But when you have an athlete back there that can run the ball, he can catch it. 4:58 on the clock in the 4th quarter.
Garcia stays in the game. Nepshield is the running back now.
Oh, a little
Direct
bit of
snap,
motion up
and there's
front.
movement on the line. And
That's going to be their 7th penalty for 60 yards. Offensive lineman got a little bit jittery.
Well, it looked like they were going to try then a direct snap to Nepsfield.
Somebody's not happy. Somebody is happy.
Officials are conferring at the 45-yard line. And 4:58 to go. It's going to be a false start against Elyria Catholic.
Dead ball foul, personal foul.
And then hands to the face on Clear Fork.
They offset.
So let's see what happens now after they sort all of this out. The ball is still at the 47. The personal foul should not offset. Well, the ball will stay at the 47, and they will replay first down. And now an official.
Oh, they're throwing both of them out.
He just threw. Well, and the player that they're taking off for Clear Fork is Caden Riddle. And Caden Riddle's not happy.
He's debating it.
He's the one that's got to come out.
Well, one of the problems you have, if this is a formal ejection, you sit out the next game also. The official has to write it up. They'll put it in the book. They'll call the state, give the report, and if this is what it is and he's ejected from the game,
well,
then
it looks
he
like
has to
he
sit
may
out
have
the
been
next
ejected
game.
for the play.
As officials, they're sending him off. Get him cooled down to let him come back in.
Yeah, one of our announcers up here said they're just sending him off the field, letting him cool off for Pele. You never know.
Dave Carroll seems to be content with the explanation. And we will resume it now with 4:58 to go. And 1st and 10 from the 47 after all of that mess. And it comes down to another running play. Nepshield gets down to the 45-yard line. And then Caden Riddle trots back out onto the field. So the cooling off period's over.
It's over. And, boy, what a mess that was, wasn't it?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That 3 minutes right there was a total confusion.
Don't know if I've ever seen a player sent off the field
just to
for
cool
basically
down.
a cooling off period.
The officials have a lot of leeway out there. It's better to get sent off that way than be injected.
2nd down and 3. Shield again up the middle, and he has a first down inside the 40 to the 37. Clock now at 4:09 to go.
4:09 in the fourth quarter. And Elyria Catholic is in no rush.
Panthers up by 3 scores. Shield again.
Boy, talk about a workhorse. He's big and he can move. He just moves bodies.
6'3", 220.
He is a load. Is he a senior?
Well, when you're running behind Levi Ellis,
it's tough.
Probably not going to get that many carries.
But I'll tell you what, he is a load to work with. But again, I take my hats off to this offensive line because these backs are through the line of scrimmage before anybody touches them. And when you get through the line of scrimmage and past the linebackers and the safety's got to make the play, your offensive line is doing a great job.
Okay, now this I don't understand. Levi Ellis is now back in the game. Takes the direct snap. And he spins down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be a first down. Yep.
So we're under 3 minutes to go, and you have an opportunity here.
You know, that's a situation where you do not want to get your star hurt. You know, why he's in the ballgame at this point, that's the coach's decision. But the last thing you want to do is see that young man limp off the field or be helped off the field. The game is in the bag with 2:31.
Yeah, this I don't understand. He takes a direct snap. He's going to run it again. And he's going to be swarmed under at the 26-yard line with 2:20 to go. And I think the worst-case scenario just may be recognized.
And we talked about it.
Who is that Ellis down on the field?
Our announcers on the site say it is not Ellis on the field. You hear a sigh of relief from everybody.
Hear a collective sigh of relief throughout the city of Elyria.
Ellis has 17 carries for 187 yards and 4 touchdowns. He had a touchdown run of 2 yards, 12 yards, 10 yards, and then the backbreaker, 87 yards. We have 2:08 in the quarter to go, and we're in the fourth quarter.
2nd down and 9. And as they tend to him, we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back to Elyria after this.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community.
Well, play is resuming here at Elyria Catholic. Ellis gets the call again, and he's dragging tacklers inside the 5. It'll be first and goal for Elyria Catholic. Levi Ellis sets up the Panthers with another first and goal under 2 minutes to go. And Ellis approaching
212 yards on the night on 18 carries.
133 and counting. It'd be interesting to see if they even attempt to score here with a first and goal up by 3 scores. Looks like they will go up and take the snap. Yep. And a flag is down in the backfield.
Motion.
Wow.
Their 7th play for 60 yards and penalties.
So we approach the 1 minute mark, and Elyria Catholic will move on. It looks like they're attempting to get a few more points on the scoreboard here at the end. Nepshield is now in the backfield as Ellis is out of the lineup. He will take the snap, run to the right side, and a touchdown for Elyria Catholic with 48 seconds to go. But there is a flag that is thrown on the play. Let's see if it stands. And let's see what the call is.
7 yards out for the Panthers corner. We'll await the flag. See you, Randy. Thank you.
The officials are in a big huddle talking about it, taunting. The officials are working it out. The 4th quarter, we've seen a few penalties that really...
Penalty is going to be unsportsmanlike against Clear Fork. It'll be a personal foul against Elyria Catholic. It'll be offsetting penalties and a touchdown. So after all that, the touchdown stands. So with 46 seconds left, Phillips will come out to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Panthers, with 46 seconds to go, tack on 7 more points at the end and extend their lead to 42-14.
That's something I'm not exactly happy about. Could have ran the clock out, just take the knee, take the plays. Why run it up? But, hey, that's football.
Well, and I also question why Ellis was even in the game in that drive. I mean, he is going to be a big part of what you do in your playoff run, and you run the risk of injury.
Yeah, you want to keep these guys healthy, especially. And the deeper you go, the tougher the teams are, and the harder they hit. And injuries become a big factor.
So Elyria Catholic is going to advance. Colonel Crawford has defeated Cary tonight. Mansfield Senior defeats Defiance, so the Tigers advance. And Colonel Crawford knocks off the defending state champs. And now there's whistles, and Dave Carroll and his staff would just like to get the final 46 seconds off the clock. Now they kick it out of bounds.
Ball will go to the 35. And right now, you got 46 seconds. This is the last 46 seconds some of these ball players will ever play on a high school football field. Some of them won't make it to the college level, so it's a somber moment right now, Brian. It really is. I've been there as a head coach. You know, your last game, your seniors are down. You know, they didn't play exactly how they wanted to play. The season comes to an end, an abrupt end just like that. And you can see the disappointment in the Colts right now, just by the body language. You get they'll get the feeling because there's such a fan base in Clear Fork that they let the community down, but they've had a great season. They didn't have a spectacular game today. They had moments they looked great. They had great moments. But and their season ends tonight.
10 wins, 2 losses.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby of a season. And we've seen 3 or 4 of their games. We broadcast them for OH Report. And I've said it all along, the most improved team I've seen. Yeah.
Movement on the line. And a big hit on Logan Anderson. And another interception. And a flag is down as the return gets up to about the 39-yard line.
It's going to be interference.
Petrus comes up with the pick, and let's see what the flag is about.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be interference. They kind of
Logan
pushed
Anderson
on him.
took a big hit. You can hear the pads pop all the way up here. And it's not been the first time we have seen the officials huddled.
Yeah, it's been a sloppy, you know, when you talk about penalties, the fourth quarter, anytime your officials got to huddle up over and over, it's just not good. You're taking the play away from the players. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a first down. That's their 8th penalty, 70 yards. It's going to be a first down for the Colts.
So 29 seconds to go. And they will take a couple snaps, and that will be it.
10-2 season comes to a halt. It's been a great run for the Colts. Great run.
First and 10 from midfield for the Colts.
All new jerseys out there.
Going to give Caden Riddle a carry.
Give the big guy his due. Look at him. What a great. Oh, and they lateral. Oh, look at the big guys go. And it's still bobbled.
Still down inside the 25-yard line, and there are flags everywhere.
Coach Carroll, take your hat off to him. Let the kids get out there. Let them have some fun. He's probably wanted to carry the ball the entire year, and Coach is going to give it to him. Nice run.
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that is the first carry on the season for Caden Riddle.
I'll tell you what, I'm happy for him. What a run.
An all-Ohio lineman.
Yep, carrying the ball.
Yeah, the officials huddling down at the 14. And It's going to be an illegal forward pass.
Yeah. I'm going to try and work through this. I don't know what's going on. As long as
it'll be from the spot of the foul, and it'll move it back to the 42-yard line.
I'm not really going to try and score this. I'm just going to let it roll a little bit.
All I know is Riddle is staying in the backfield.
Yep.
So I wonder if that means that Victor Skoog has moved to tackle.
I think the big guy's going to get the ball. Second down.
So last down, it'll be second down, 2nd and 2.
12 seconds. The clock is running. Last play of the game.
He's
going. Oh!
And it's caught by Robeson. It's actually tipped to Robeson. And that is going to do it.
Holy
Flags come
smoke.
flying in, and it's like, just let it in.
Yeah,
let it in.
And the fireworks are going off.
And it looks, let's see what the officials decide to do here, but I would think you just let this thing in. It's going to be a penalty against Clear Fork. That will be declined, and that will do it. The Colts fall at Elyria Catholic 42-14. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for our Spitzer Motors player of the game, Levi Ellis, 18 carries, 212 yards, and 4 touchdowns. As you guys came into this game, what was the scouting report on Clear Fork? What did you feel you guys had to do to be able to win this ball game?
We knew they're big up front. They got a lot of size, and we just had to play physical. And I think we came out and we really played physical and wore them down.
200 yards rushing on the night, but 5,000 for your career. When you started playing football, did you ever see yourself in this position?
No, a goal like that just never crosses your mind. So yeah, it's so surreal. All the lines I played behind, they deserve. They're really the guys that put me in this position. So they deserve all the credit.
Talk about your coaching staff and what you guys have been able to accomplish this season. Obviously, running the ball, a big part of what you do, and we've listened to people as we've been here and saying, they should run the ball all the time, but and you understand as a running back, you really can't do that, can you?
No, the coaching staff is amazing. Coach Fox is a great guy. He's Einstein when it comes to football. So and plenty of the other guys on the coaching staff. Coach Wagner, he's our running back coach. He's a great guy. And plenty of others, help us out a lot during the week, and help us get to put us in these positions.
Now it looks like you guys are going to have an opportunity to play Glenville, the #1 seed in this region. Talk about that matchup and what you guys think you have to do to come out successful against them.
They're a good team. Everybody knows that. So it starts tomorrow when we come in for film. So Saturday through Friday now is when the game's won.
One more thing. I also heard that this isn't really your top sport. You're a baseball player. What position do you play, and what do you hope to accomplish, especially as you look to college?
I pitch, play a little bit of outfield and first base. Football is my main sport. I've fallen in love with the game of football, especially here. It's a great community, great football program, and it's just one of a kind. Not a lot of guys get to experience that. I'm so lucky.
So, have colleges come knocking at your door? What's next for Levi Ellis?
There is no next right now. I'm not too worried about it. Things will work itself out. So nothing right now. Just worried about next week.
Well, congratulations on a great game and a great season, and good luck against Glenville.
Thank you.
Levi Ellis, our player of the game. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
42-14, the final, as Clear Fork sees their season come to an end with 10 wins. And, Coach, it was, as we have seen this team all season long, we knew that this was a good football team. They came up against a team tonight that was just better, especially with their ability to run the football and their defense's ability to really not let Clear Fork get into any kind of a rhythm.
Yeah, that first quarter set the tone. I mean, Elyria Catholic had the ball 3 times, scored 3 times. Their defense played extra tough. They jammed everything up in there. But they're a very, very good ball club. And you can't look past what Clear Fork has done this year. 10 wins, 2 losses. Coach Carroll's got it going down there. They'll be back. They'll still make playoffs.
But I'll tell you what, now you look down this roster, Pawie Ault, senior, Mason Pipes, senior, Victor Skoog, senior, Ty Robeson, senior. They lose a lot of skilled players.
Yeah, but
Caden Riddle, how could you forget that name?
Yeah, you just start looking at it, and Clear Fork's got a tradition, and when they go against teams down that valley, they are hard to beat. And they don't rebuild, they just reload. There's somebody in the background waiting to step up. So my hat's off to the Clear Fork team, to their players, and the play that I think really broke everything up was that 87-yard run by Ellis, when that happened, you could just see, whew, it kind of took the air out of them. So
they were
that hurt
starting
a
to get a little bit of momentum. The
Yep.
defense really did its job in the third quarter, and that
Yep.
the offense could just get going.
Just get going. That's a hat off to Elyria Catholic. Their defense did play tough. But then they came up and they said, hey, we're going to take the run away, do whatever you want throwing, and the success that Clear Fork had was throwing the ball. But doggone it, they just hammered that run. And when you have a back, Pawie, who had 200-some yards the game before that, these teams, they scout each other. They know what's coming. They shut him down royally.
Well, with the win, Elyria Catholic is now 10-2, and they advance to play Cleveland Glenville next weekend. Clear Fork ends the season 10-2. The final score tonight, Elyria Catholic 42 and Clear Fork 14. Our thanks to tonight's broadcast team. Our producer was Adam Thompson, and the fine camera work courtesy of Keaton Cooper. Most of all, our thanks to you for joining us. Once again, the final score, Elyria Catholic 42 and Clear Fork 14. You've been watching high school playoff football live and free on the OH Report, powered by BS Media Productions, the future of local sports. For Bruce Weirich, I'm Brian Harter. So long from Elyria.